Alright, on Relax Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright. Dude, I thought I had unloaded all this stuff last time, but apparently I did not. Gotta figure out everything that goes in here. Well, about a week behind on the Aliens show. Last episode was pretty good from what I remember. It's been a week. I like that they had the alien lead him into a trap, the xenomorph lead him into a trap. There's a bunch of aliens, so I better call them xenomorphs. And I thought that was pretty fun. And then I'm curious as to how Wendy's gonna react to everything now that they forced her into violence. Oh, that should have gone in there. Oh, I don't need these pumpkins either. Parts. Mod. Okay. Now we can get out going. Well. Listen, dude, I hate to tell you this, but I still haven't found a cooking anything. This is it, buddy. This is all I got. I don't have a cooking... I have a grill. I don't have a pot. I don't have a forge to make them. I am struggling to find those kind of supplies. Alright, we're going to move a little bit further out this way today. I feel like I hit up a lot of the houses nearby, so... We'll try and see. See if this place got a garage. Oh, it does. Have I been in it? I have. Well, I haven't been through the whole thing, though. Did I hit the kitchen? Well, I'm running into zombies, so... Okay, well, I have no idea where the kitchen is, so... Oh, and we do have... this guy now. Out of stamina. But yeah, it was interesting. And then, you know, at the end of the episode, they drug the brother almost died. Wendy got damaged. Dude, how much stamina does it take to turn a wrench? Jeez. A lot. That's crazy. Um, and then they got themselves an alien, a xenomorph embryo, and put it into some human lung tissue. So I'm sure that's going to go down well for them. Hatching their own alien. Um, but yeah, I'm enjoying that show so far. It's pretty good. Um, oh, and then I watched through 2 seasons of Lazarus this week. No, that's not what it's called. The Lazarus Project. So spoilers for that. Pretty good British time travel series. The second season was way better than the first season. First season was okay, but I felt like season two was way better done, and I don't know if they'll get another season or not. But honestly, they could have ended it at season one. Um, even though even though I way preferred season two. Um, I also okay, so season one was season one. I thought it was pretty good. They had the this guy wakes up and he remembers like I don't know. I don't know how long he remembered. Um, he remembered a huge chunk of time, like less than a year, but several months worth of time. And then he woke up, and then it was I dude, I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what went down for him. I know like him and his girlfriend found out she was pregnant. They got married. He got a loan for an app. Um, and then and then I'm drawing such a blank. Something happened to her. And then it all reset. And then I need specific things, game, and you were just not handing them over. Okay. Oh, I should grab the yucca. That'll help my stamina. Guess I didn't realize this was a store. Okay. When I was looking at the front of it, I just thought it was a house, but now I step back and look around, I see. I see. It's a grain elevator. Um, And then and then eventually he gets I think he goes through a couple of different, like, I know one time he gets the loan, one time he doesn't get the loan. Uh and then I think the oh, I remember. Um uh this guy with a nuclear bomb. Okay. And they're trying to stop him from setting off the nuclear bomb, and they fail, and so they reset time. And so he had gotten his loan for his app, and then he's a rare, super rare person who can remember what happened. They can artificially cause it with a serum, but he can do it sometimes naturally. Um, and so he gets the loan, and then they reset time, and then he remembers all the stuff happening, and so it's freaking him out, and so he doesn't get the loan the second time because of how weird he is in the interview. And then uh and then I don't remember I don't remember what they do, but they he meets the another person who can remember what's happening. Only that guy's always remembered, and he remembers everything. And so he gives him a that guy's Shiv, and Shiv. I don't remember what the main guy's name is. Is it George? I think it's George. So Shiv gives George a card, and then time resets, and then he goes and talks to them instead of getting his going for the loan, and so he gets a job with the Lazarus Project, and so their job is to use their time travel to undo extinction level events, and but the trick is, oh dang it, the trick is that the uh they don't have a time machine. What they've got is there's a black hole in Earth's orbit, and so once a year they can use the black hole to reset. No, no, I'm sorry. Once a year, when they go past the black hole on June 1st, it locks in the new year, and they can time travel back to June 1st for a whole year. So, if, infinite number of go backs, but once you get past June 1st again, then you can only go back to the new June 1st. Um, and so they're trying to stop this guy. Oh, gal, that's a yellow eye. So yeah, he basically starts working with them. I don't know what happened to that dude. And then what happens is they're going after a rogue Lazarus Project agent, and and he I don't think she's his fiance at this point. she's his girlfriend, and um, because they, changed time, so things work different. And guy's gonna kill me. Yep. No way I can fight a yellow-eyed in the dark. Um, and so this guy attacked her at school, and she's a teacher, and he shoved her backwards. Oh no! Well, this is problematic. No, we're not too far from home. It looks like. Um, and so she almost got hit by a trash truck, and so George was there. George grabbed her. I can't remember what her name is. I should, because she's a main character. I am terrible with names. Um, so George grabs her, and um, stops her from getting hit by a truck. And then they have to reset time, and and so he's really into his work now, trying to stop this rogue agent from setting off this nuclear bomb. And uh, and so he's on his phone, and he gets distracted with his phone, and he forgets what's happening, and so she gets pushed in front of the in front of the truck, and gets hit by a car, or gets hit by the truck. And so then she's like in the hospital in a coma, and so they continue on with their mission because they're only supposed to reset time if it's an extinction level event. Although I think they're fast and loose on their extinction level events, because a bomb in a city from a rogue terrorist, I don't think actually is a extinction level event in the way that they loosely are using extinction level event. But so they won't reset time for him, obviously, because one person getting hit by a car. Like if their agents die, they don't reset time to save their agents, right? And so his girlfriend is not reset time worthy. And so they capture the guy. They figure out where he's at, and they capture him, and they bring him in. And so now he's captured. So now they have no reason to reset time. And so now time is running out, and for the year. And then his girlfriend dies. George's girlfriend dies. And so um, obviously not going to reset time now that they've got their man. And there's no extinction level event. So George, at the end of the first season, goes rogue on his own, and tracks down dang, this would be better if I can remember their names. Rogue agent's wife, because she can make a detonator for the nuclear bomb that he was detonating. And then he figures out where the nuclear bomb is because they didn't find the bomb. And then he heads off to go after the nuclear bomb. And Shiv, he realizes that George is probably up to something, because George doesn't come into work. And so then Shiv is tracking down George. Did I ever make water stills? No. Because it was a bunch of plastic that I didn't have, right? I have 100 now. what does it take? What is that called? It's a still or a sieve? Okay, I'm going with water. Okay, none of those came up. It should be a still, but it's not. It's a... I don't know what that thing is called. A dew collector. It's not called any of the things. It is 100, yep. Okay. And, so yeah, so, Shiv goes after him, and then him and Shiv have a big fight out, and, you know, he sits off the bomb, and, his truck broke down with the bomb in it, and so he didn't have a big enough casualty for them to reset. So then he had to go and attack the ambassador from Russia and get her to try and get her to launch a nuclear strike because he told her that the bomb was the first of an attack on Russian territory, trying to get her to, you know, detonate things. And so where's my... There it is. So he manages that, and they detonate the bombs, and or they launch bombs, and so okay, some water collection going on now. All right, I feel like I could probably square this off here. And then season 2, that basically set up season 2. I thought season 2 was way better. Season 2 was... season 2 was... they didn't have the rogue agent anymore. And, they... Oh, season 2 was, so they have their black hole, and then, someone, I can't remember if it was the Chinese. I think the Chinese tried to create their own version of the machine that the British are using, except it created a second black hole, and so now they're stuck in a 3-week time loop, because the black holes merge and destroy everything. And so they're trying to figure out how to I didn't count very well. 4, 5, that's 11, so that's 6. Okay. So they go after the Chinese to try and stop it, and then the Chinese were working with they thought the Chinese were working with Rogue Agent's wife because she's a genius, and so they thought that they had kidnapped her and her daughter to try and fix their machine. And then it turned out that there's an actual time machine out there And so then they decided that maybe they could get the time machine to take them back into the past so they could stop the machine, the other machine from being built. And then I don't know, it gets all twisty, turny. Uh, Basically, everybody's a bad guy at some point in this show, and and so they start jumping back and forth. Well, they don't do a lot of jumping back and forth. They spend a lot of time and they get their machine to work, their time machine to work, and they send back the rogue agent's wife and daughter. Um, and she's supposed to help the scientist who's come up with the idea for the time machine to finish the time machine because she has the woman's completed information from 2024 or whatever, to help her complete her machine. And so because of that, they I should probably start with the yucca, right? So I can make yucca smoothies. What are my yucca seeds? What do they look like? They look like this. And so the Lazarus Project, they make their own time machine based off the information that they've acquired. And with their information, they they attempt to jump back to 2012, I think, is when they're making the machine, and something goes wrong, and they end up in 2018. And so they have to screw around in 2018 for a bit to figure things out, and then they fix their machine and they go back to 2012. But the problem is that is that too many people know what's going on at that point, and so like they had to kill some of the agents, and oh dang it! And so now those guys are also waking up because they go through a couple of cycles in 2018. 2018 is a big year for the show. 2018 was so the rogue agent went rogue because uh, him and his wife found out that she was pregnant, and they're both agents. And then there's like a world war happens, and they can't figure out how to stop it, and so they have to keep resetting time. But they like they went through and they had a baby. Uh, the rogue agent and his wife, they had a baby, and then I think the first time around it was a boy, and then every time they reset time after that, it was a girl. And so they were kind of going crazy over the fact that they were losing their baby over and over again. And then, she'd have to she's pregnant when the time skip happened. So every time they went back, she was back to being pregnant. And so for like 16 years, basically, um, she was pregnant and gave birth. And then 15 of those children were wiped from existence. Because they're not always the same. Every time you time jump, or every time you time skip, things are a little different. And so they just kept breaking things down over and over. Oh, are these my trees? Did I plant these? Because this guy is huge and hanging out in my base. But yeah, that one, I thought that one was pretty good. There's a lot of different things that happen that made it a lot of fun. because you got like multiple versions of the people running into each other. You've got like the daughter in 2024 was 6, and so she gets sent back to 2012, and so then in 2024 she runs into um, George because she believes that George is going to save them for some reason, and only now she's like 20 because of all the time skips that she's lived through and stuff, and because she can remember because they gave her this serum to that she can remember, and so she remembers over 20 years of time, and so now uh she's like 18, I think they said, trying to help George. And then so there's her, and then there's her 2024 father, and then there's her 6-year-old self, and her the 2012 or the 2018 version, and the 2012 version of her father, and I think there's a couple different Janet's her mother's name. Janet is the rogue agent's wife. There's a couple versions of Janet running around, and it's very serious. It's not like silly or anything. When I say running around, I just mean they're all in the scenes together. But it's a very, very seriously done show, and so I really enjoyed it. If they get a third season, that's awesome. I don't know if they need one. I don't know if they needed the second season, even though I thought the second season was way better than the first season. First season was good. It was just not as it didn't feel as exciting or earth shattering necessarily as the first one. The first season focused like almost completely on George, and so the second season I thought was quite a bit better because there was more of a I don't know. I feel like one bomb, not that big a deal necessarily. I mean, it is obviously the people that died, but like when George set it off, I think they said they only killed a couple hundred people, um, which is awful, but obviously not letting it off in the middle of a city, which is what he was trying to do till his truck broke down, right? Whereas the time machine was dangerous because then someone could choose when to go to, and so then none of time would be safe. Whereas the Lazarus Project, who basically had the only working machine in the future, they could control things better because they only have 1 year time jumps, um, or up to a year, and so once you got past that year, you were stuck. You had to live with the consequences. Um, but yeah, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I'll tell you what I don't like is yesterday I went out and was mowing the lawn, and I have like bushes at the end of my driveway, and they're like bushes. There aren't flowers on them. I mean, there are flowers on them in the early spring, but it is not the early spring now, and they're just sticks and leaves currently. And for whatever reason, there was a hornet or something hanging out. Not hornet. Yellow jacket hanging out on those leaves. And when I drove by, it stung me in the arm, right, like on the part that rests on my armrest, and so now I've got this sore, itchy spot on the bottom of my arm today. Like there's probably like I don't know, like if you fry an egg, it's about this. It's not swollen. It's just the red itchy patch is about the size of the yolk of an egg. The part where I got stung is just a tiny little red dot in the middle of it. But man, it's so itchy today. I don't like it. It's not swollen or anything. It's just red and itchy. Oh, but all right. With that, be around the small things, leading to the light. I will talk to you later.